Justice Kagan? Justice Gorsuch?
Two things. You said it started in 2004. Why?
Because the creative plaintiffs bar decided to start bringing these cases against brokers and to establish, bring them into the case to have additional targets. That's what's really ironic here. The notion that Congress, when it preempted claims against
because
brokers,
some of the carriers couldn't pay? Or?
I think some of them couldn't pay, or they wanted to have additional potential defendants. And so they're not asking this court to restore or protect long-standing state law. They're asking this court to authorize the states to become laboratories of democracy, to creatively adopt a patchwork of new duties that will really hamper interstate commerce and defy Congress's intent.
And then you've had, I think, law against you in the Ninth Circuit since 2020. So, and you've talked about, oh, this would be difficult to impossible. What have brokers been doing in the Ninth Circuit since 2020? Because I assume they have adjusted their behavior in response to that, and Sixth Circuit as well.
Yes, they've been litigating because they're getting sued still repeatedly.
Are they changing their practices at the front end so they're not liable at the back end, given the Ninth Circuit and Sixth Circuit law and the possibility that that law will stay the law?
They have not made the radical change, waiting for a ruling from this court to clarify that these claims cannot be recognized. But in California, the effect has been mitigated a bit because two state courts of appeal have rejected the Miller decision and gone with Judge Fernandez's dissent in that case, which I think really just very in simple terms outlined this. This is a step too far. I think the 11th Circuit said a bridge too far to hold someone who liable for who matched the carrier in the
I'm puzzled that no one's I mean, I'm not saying you know everything that's going on out there, but I'm puzzled that brokers haven't started doing more on the theory that they could be held liable when they change their behavior with some bad law.
Well, the problem is they get you coming and going, because if you do more, then the argument is, like in this case, you're vicariously liable because you had control. So if you don't do enough, they say you should have inspected like you were the federal agency. If you do too much or you do anything, they say you're in control, which is just not true. The broker is a broker. They're a middle person, matchmaking, so commerce can flow.